Alright, new patch, Ragnarok with TYR. Again, I need to wait to see how I'm supposed to pronounce his name. And we're going to be looking over what he does and everything in this patch. I'm sorry in advance if the commentary sounds a little stupid. If I don't sound very sensical, I'm having a mild fever. So after recording this, I'm just going to go back to bed. But let's really get this done real quick. So TYR looks honestly pretty good, but he's not, you know, what people expected. Most people expected him to be a demonic beast unit, but he is a PvP character. A Ragnarok PvP character, but he also doubles down as a unknown PvP character as well. So that's a little interesting. Let me pull out the translation here for what he does really quickly. Thank you, Kane, for the translation. If something here is a little bit incorrect, it's alright, it's early translation. It was like really quickly done. His passive at the start of the battle applies Enrage to applicable allies being Ragnarok and unknown characters. Oh, sorry, my mouse is not showing. And taunt the enemy for 1 turn. It says taunt the enemy. I'm assuming it's all enemies? For every applicable ally on the battlefield. Increases damage dealt by 5% and critical damage by 45%. That is crazy. 45% per applicable ally? At the start of the ally's turn, apply a debuff that decreases the enemy's crit resistance by 40% for 1 turn. So I have a screenshot of his stats as well. I took a screenshot during the stream. So he has 135% crit chance base, and he also lowers enemy crit resistance by 40%. So he's critting. His crit damage is also generally pretty high for what he does. I think this is going to be a character that's going to be a crazy hard hitter. So Enrage means when using a card for every 1% of decreased HP, increases attack by 1.5% up to 50. Also increases single target damage by 15%. Again, I actually don't know. Is he going to be like a staple unknown character? Would he be like a crazy character to run with, forgetting her name, sorry, my brain not working properly. The Wolf Woman from the collab. Could be. Also, he has a bond. So you see from, he has a bond just like Roxy. My theory with these bonds, right? It's like the grace type things. Was that they were going to give this to all the future catastrophe characters. Because catastrophe characters are the least exciting characters in the game. But I guess they're going to just give it to original characters in general. Which makes sense. Original characters are the ones that are the least exciting. So they gotta give an incentive for you to get dupes for them. His bond increases up to 60% critical defense to applicable ally, that being Ragnarok or unknown. Like I mentioned, I think that these bonds will be given to like probably the next, not Ragnarok, but other original character as well, and it will be like a race type thing. So that's pretty nice. Unknown getting the 60% crit defense is kind of crazy, but he also gives it to himself. And dupes wise, you know how Roxy goes up to 10%, so it starts from 20 at 1/6, it goes up to 60. So his cards, he has a single target pierce because every character needs to have a single target pierce these days. He has an AoE weak point, and his ult I should have checked before recording. For 2 turns, gives all allies 30% attack related stats. It goes 30% is the maximum at 6/6. It goes all the way down to 5% at 1/6. So keep in mind, not only the multiplier of the ultimate is going to increase with the ult level, but also the attack related stats he gives himself before the ult damage goes off. And deals cut equal to 525 to all enemies, cut being triple crit rate. I think that's a redundant ability to give him. He already lowers enemy crit resistance, and he has very high crit chance. This could have been a much better effect, but sure. So, do I think he's good? Probably. The problem that I have is that he's the Ragnarok characters are a big hit or miss, right? Like Ragnarok has been a good defense team, but when it comes down to like a meta team, it's hit or miss, right? Freya came out and she looked pretty powerful for PvP even. I didn't really do all that, and then her relic came out and she was meant to be a demonic beast character. So, I don't know. Do I recommend summoning? I think that Anniversary just came out, and before considering somebody on this banner, which by the way, this is the banner, I would say wait and see how much he influences the meta, because he is a PvP character. He will not be someone to run for a demonic beast or PvE in general. He could be very good for Hero Arena, which comes back in a few weeks, but we don't know. So most certainly keep that in mind. But he does look pretty good. I'm definitely gonna have a lot of fun trying him. He's a hard hitter. I like hard hitting type characters, so personally I'm probably gonna have a lot of fun trying him, but I cannot guarantee you that he will be like meta defining. He just looks like he's gonna hit super hard. So what else is coming this patch? New card set for Giants. I believe Giants do up to 10% more damage and get 5% more defense related stats per Giant on field. Could be a little wrong, but I don't care because it's Giants. It's a 3-card set though, so it's not that bad. But Arc cards, ugh. 2 new Holy Relics, my god. Liz Holy Relic exists. And I put the translations on my Twitter, so I'm just gonna use those. So, Liz's Holy Relic, for each Sin or Goddess ally, increases her damage by 10%, so 30 if you're running a full Goddess team, or if you're running a full Sin team, and reduces damage by 5%, so up to 15% damage reduction. And when she procs her passive, right, the 6 attacks, she cleanses Infect from you before the heal goes off. That's pretty good, but I feel like she should have just full-on cleansed. I don't know why they were so stingy with giving her just cleansing only Infect. This Liz is, I don't think, going to be shaking up the meta with this relic. It's unfortunate because I wish she did. But we'll see. I think they could have been less stingy with this, and they could have given her a way to get her passive faster. Maybe make her cards count as 2 stacks for the passive, right? Because, you know, she needs to, your team needs to attack 6 times, right? Or use cards 6 times, whatever. Maybe make her cards count 2 or 3 stacks, so it's way faster for her to get the passive off and actually start, you know, working in the game. But is what it is. And then Freyr, Holy Relic. For each Ragnarok, her unknown ally increases all allies' basic stats by 5% and single target damage by 5%. So, right here on the live stream, they actually use Freyr with TYR because, you know, Freyr got in the Holy Relic, and he increases single target damage by 15% on top of himself increases single target damage as well from his passive. Kind of good. I think Freyr plus him is going to be a good PvP team. I don't know. They use Sigurd, which, don't get me wrong, Sigurd's not very good. They could have easily gone with a proper, like, either use DN, or if they're going to use Unknown, like they use Nanasha here, they could have gone with a, like, Echidna, or just another unknown character in general. But I'm going to play real quick this stream here. I'm going to put on 2 times speed because it don't want to take too long. But in general, you will see he hits really hard. So one thing I don't like, so he taunts, right? And one thing I don't like, so you can see the taunt on top of his head. Sorry, it's a little short, it's a little small. Just like the taunt buff from like Green DN and stuff. He would have died here. Like, this enemy is specifically trying not to kill him, because if a Purgatory melee had single targeted, and then Esterosa single target, he would have died. I just know for a damn fact. Plus, the demon team they're using with Chandler. Yeah, the optimal demon team with green Chandler and no Graces, while all the enemies here are using Graces. Yes, thank you for the showcase. So all I'm saying is, if you go second against a demon team, this is not what's gonna happen. You're gonna die, alright? But regardless of that, this is, I don't know why they put two screens at the same time. This is him with the Sigurd buffs and everything. Look at that AoE damage. That is crazy. Type disadvantage at half of Esteros' HP. Keep in mind, Esteros should have had Tarmiel Link, but still. and then, like, this is level 1, right? Level 1 single target from Freyr with all the single target buffs actually annihilates type disadvantage here. 300k. So this is going to be a team that hits really hard, but keep in mind, even though they hit really hard, not very tanky. And in this situation, they would have lost going second. So, but still good. The team could have been better. Like, Sigurd is not the best here. Yes, he gives 30% attack. Who gives a fuck? Like, there are better characters than Sigurd to use here, so I don't agree with their decision here. And the demon team could have been better. Instead of using Chandler, could have used Kusok, but then they wouldn't have, like, they would have made Tyr not hit as hard, so it wouldn't have looked as good. So that's probably why. New stage for World Tree, and you can buy LR coin from the stage rewards shop. 1 LR coin per week. Per week. 1 per week. Actual joke. Actual joke. Costumes. They releasing Tristan's costumes like super long after he came out. So weird. Bundles and stuff. Login bonus. We got some pendants and stuff. Discard events that always comes out. This alligator thing is back, and you can get the Brynhildr costume if you missed out on that. New Hawk Pass with a summer Bon outfit. Bon doesn't need new outfits, but sure. Like, bro, Zeldris could use an outfit, bro. I don't know why I still don't have the Zeldris 5th weapon. They are balancing the Needhog Beast Battle. The gauge in the phase 3 of the first floor will be changed from 200 to 100. In phase 3 of the first floor, the amount of gauge that decreases in skills will be applied in the same way we use. Oh, okay. So it's just going to be 10 times faster. Okay. Infection of effect applied on phase 2 of the second floor will change to a debuff effect, right icon, and okay. This is one thing that was pretty annoying from it. Every time you like remove a stance, you get infected. So you had like time, and it was 2 turns. It was 2 turns of infect. It was so dumb. 1 turn now. And magic beast gauge from phase 1 to 3rd floor will be changed from 200 to 120. To be honest, I'm still not gonna do floor 3. Cannot be asked, but sure. Improve recommended friend function? Fuck that. Recommended friend. Some bug fixes. And they're actually extending the anniversary banner. So, yeah. Anyways, all in all, I don't recommend like spam pulling for Tyr as soon as he comes out. I would wait, and that's it. That's about it.